the vision is, the vision is pretty simple, guys. You come into a program, you only got so much time. The one thing that God gave every person is the same amount of time on this earth, right? The same amount of time, 24 hours a day, right? You got 24 hours a day. Now, however you want to split it up, it's 24 hours a day, right? And the rich, the poor, and everyone got the same 24 hours, right? So what are you doing with that 24 hours? What are you doing with your time is the question, right? And if you're doing something smart like studying, researching stuff, and gaining information, then you should plant yourself on some kind of path. I wonder how they unmute. I thought it was, nope. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I make y'all where I can't unmute. Interesting. All right, so my security efforts are not working right now. All right, nonetheless, so you anchor yourself on a path with something that will help you with financial security, right? You study it, you anchor yourself in there. And then if you figure it out and you sell it well, it's like the wind blowing into a doggone boat. It's going to make it go. And then you can create generational wealth. That's the story behind what we're trying to do. We're trying to help folks with generational wealth. We're trying to help you to anchor your time on something smart, get great at it, go stay on that course, and then you create generational wealth. And with that, the paradigm, the paradigm, right? You'll change the paradigm around the world and you'll be always forward. So that's the story that we want to start off with, to let you know why we exist and why we do what we do. The other part to that is some people meet their goals a little quicker than others. And once you meet your goals, you get to that point where you're trying to help other folks meet their goals. So with that being said, why real estate, right? Why real estate? This is a way. This is a way. And this is a quick PowerPoint. Just going to go over it a little bit with you all. Then I'm going to open up for questions and answers so you can talk and ask questions. I think this is the fourth Monday. So we won't be having it next week. So first 4 Mondays is when we do this, right? So to go teach y'all a step-by-step plan to start investing in real estate, to increase and to create money with a strategy to get hit retirement, right? Our theme is very simple: learn, earn, and return, right? So again, I learned the strategy. I did it from 2004 to 2016, playing around with it, right? Make money and rental properties, but playing around with it. And all of a sudden in 2016, after a life-changing event in my life happened, divorce, then I decided, like, hey, I need to do something right? And just let's be transparent, right? Because of sometime when things happen in your life, it gives you a chance to reset. So when I went through that divorce, that gave me an opportunity to reset and start a new plan, a new path, and do something great. Because I did something wrong. I messed up, right? I messed up. So now let's make that wrong or right by focusing my energy on something that can cause generational wealth and help my family out forever, right? Screwed up one part of my family, now I can get on path, right? So learn much as you can, practice the process, and then make some money, come back as a coach and help others. That's learn, earn, and return. One more time. 2014 to 16, I practiced. I played around with it. I did some moves. 2016, I said, let's get at it. Let's do it. And then all of a sudden now, hey, I met my goal in less than 3 years. I had a 5-year plan and I let my goal in less than 3 years. And from that 3rd-year mark, once I hit my goal, I'm like, what do I do now? I set the goal too low. Right? To have double-digit houses was too low of a goal, right? To meet your standard of living was too low of a goal. And that's when I said, you know what? I know a goal that I can never meet. I can't teach everybody in the world. So why don't I start setting a goal to teach everybody in the world? Now, help other folks meet their financial goal so they can live their purpose in their life, right? And that's the goal now, to help as many people as I can. That's my new goal, right? And that's why I call myself the mindset coach, Coach T, the mindset coach, because we got to change your mind first to get you to get to that point. All right, I'm not going to go over this slide. It's pretty simple, right? You already know the expectations, a little bit about some disadvantages and advantages and opportunities, right? So with real estate, this is the beauty of real estate. It's so many ways to make money in real estate. It's so many ways. If you got a great job and you don't want to do it for money, maybe you want to do it for tax benefits. Your money is coming in, but you're paying Uncle Sam so much money every year because you make so much money. You did everything right. You went to college, got a good degree. You own a business and you started your business. You're making a lot of money. You got it coming in and flowing. But guess what? When the tax coming around, you out there shuffling all that money out. So the BRRRR strategy, the BRRRR, right? You buy something that's busted up, regularest house on the block, right? Pretty neighborhood, bad neighborhood, it doesn't matter. The ugliest house on the block, you buy it at a dirt cheap price. You go and rehab it, gut it all out, put all your extra money that you have in your bank, your lazy money, that's sitting in the bank ain't doing nothing. That rainy day money that it rained 100 times and you never spent it, right? Yeah, so use your rainy day money that you got sitting in the bank to fix that property up. Then you refinance it. Guess what happened during tax season now? Next year, you hand Uncle Sam at tax time that bill that you paid, that money that you shelled out to rehab that house. Guess what now? It washes out. So if you put 70 grand inside of that house and you have a 70 grand profit because you made so much money, that 70 grand you spent washes out that money. It's a deduction. Now, oh, wow, I can't pay taxes on this. I got zero money I made. But you got now you got a product that's worth more than what you paid for it. And now it's getting your cash flow, a rental cash flow. Guys, that's the beauty of this thing. I don't care if you got as much money as you want in the world. You need to plant your money to an asset that keep on giving you breaks, right? So that's what a tax benefit for folks that got all the money, where I know a lot of y'all on this call because you're wealthy, right? You got all the money, you don't need this, right? So that's your reason, tax benefits, save you on taxes. Some people, I just talked about this cash flow, right? Once you rent a property, let's say, for instance, I bought a house for $2,500. Yeah, that's real. I bought a house $2,500. It had a hole in the roof, the ceiling, and the floor for several years. Dry rotted all around, busted up, ugliest house you've probably ever seen. Didn't even have no windows in the front of the house. Didn't even have no windows in front of the house. It's so old, right? I bought this busted up house one year. The next year I put all the work in the house. The house is worth 65 grand, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, small, tiny house, but worth 65 grand. I bought it for $2,500. I put $45,000 in it. $45,000 in it, and the house is worth 65. Guess what? I'm an active duty soldier in the military, guys. I make a pretty good check, right? I don't have to pay medical bills. I don't have to worry about those problems. I don't have to pay dental bills. I don't have those problems. I have no tax write-off. But guess what that house was? A tax write-off. That 45 grand that I put into that house was a tax write-off. So everything I'm telling you is not what I heard, not what somebody told me, is what I actually did. And whenever the tax come out, that is a deduction, right? Now, it's more to it, and let me do my disclaimer. I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not anything besides another person just like you trying to help another person be better than what they was the day before, right? So that's what that is, right? Now, that house right there, worth 65 grand, and I rent it out for $675 a month, $675 a month. So the 1% rule, you know what I'm saying? Worth 60,000, rent out for 600, too easy, 1% rule, right? And the mortgage on the house is probably no more than $250. The insurance probably running me about $200. Taxes running me probably like $70. So I may be cash flowing maybe only like $150. But guess what? That neighborhood, the people that live on that block don't have to look at that eyesore anymore, right? They don't have to walk by there and worry about who threw somebody's body in it. They ain't got to worry about nobody shooting it up. They ain't got to worry about nobody throwing rocks at it. They don't have that problem no more. I took that eyesore and made it a pretty place where somebody's happy to live with brand new everything in it. Guys, you're doing more than just helping yourself. You're helping others. You're helping others. This is just one example, right? That house right there is one example. Quick cash for profit. So guys, in real estate, we got something called wholesaling. What I teach and what I think is most important thing in real estate is how to put a house under contract for the right price. I don't tell you you're not a wholesaler. That is a strategy in real estate. It's a strategy. It's not what you are, right? I'm not a wholesaler. If I say a wholesaler, no, I'm not. I'm an investor, but I have wholesale as a strategy to get rid of a property. Now, why do I think it's very important that I stay on this? Quick cash for profit. Guys, if I could put a house, that same $2,500 house on the contract, and somebody willing to pay me 10 grand for that, and I can make, 8 grand because you got to pay the closing costs out of that 10 grand off of just transaction of a house, then the contract really, let me say it right, transaction of a contract. Now, I did buy the house. I can't say I sold the house because I own it. If you're a real estate agent, you can sell properties and land and houses and all that stuff. If you doing the wholesaler strategy and you don't legally have an equity in that house, you have to write a contract, and that's your legal equity, that little sheet of paper. That's why you sell the paper, right? You flip the paper, you wholesale the paper, the contract. So let me say it legally correctly, right? So that is another way to make money. What I try and teach folks to do is, if you know nothing about real estate and you want to get in real estate, learn, earn, right? Learn and earn. So go out there and find a deal. Refer that deal to me, refer that deal to other investors, right? And then get paid for referring a deal. Let me pay you to learn that eye. Why not get paid while you running around trying to learn, right? Easy money, easy peasy. You make money for driving your neighborhood, seeing some grass grew up, seeing a busted window, seeing a note on the door or the wall, seeing a mailbox with mail falling out. All these are signs of distressed property, right? Those are signs. Grass growed up. I drive neighborhoods all the time. You look at my YouTube channel, you look at Investing Now 2021 on YouTube, you'll see where I drive neighborhoods whenever I'm going home, whenever I'm leaving real estate investor groups, meetings. I drive an extra block around somebody's neighborhood and just look for grass growing up. If I see the grass growing up, I'm not getting out walking up to no house. I'm taking a picture of that driveway with that house, with that street name. So when I turn on the street, when I turn off the street, I'll take the picture of the street and I'll take a picture of the front of the house, seeing the grass grow up, look at the house, and I hope that is an address right there. Now, I take a picture of the mailbox or whatever got the address on it. When I get home, I will finish it out and research the house and do everything else. So anybody on this call, if you want to make some money, start driving one block of your neighborhood every time you go home. Take this block. Next time, take this block. Next time, take another block out, farther out. In your neighborhood. You live in your neighborhood, you like your neighborhood. Why not help your neighborhood be better? Guys, I can do the whole presentation just from this one slide, because this one slide talks about everything you need. The other part is we have kids, we have family members that we love. Some folks want to invest into insurance policies, which is perfect, and I think you should. I'm a life insurance producer. I sell life insurance as well. However, why not, if something happens, I buy a house when my child is first born. I buy a house when my child is in the womb, right? By the time I have the house rented out for 15 years, the house is 15 years paid off if I'm just paying off. If it's 15 years paid off, it has something called equity, and the house has appreciated. So you buy the house today for this price, $10,000. You buy a house for $10,000. You put $20,000 worth of work in it, so it's $30,000. The house probably value now, because you just did some work and it made it clean, it probably value $50,000. Let's just say 50, just for general numbers and just for perspective, right? The house is worth 50 grand. You bought it for 10, put 30 in. $20,000 worth equity in that property. Your child is born, your child 15 years old. What do kids want at the age of 16? Something called a dream car. How about you not go spend your money out your bank? How about you use that house that's 15 years paid down with that $20,000 equity in it? Do you see my hands? $20,000 equity and a house paid down. This is your money. This is money in an asset. I mean, I hope it's ringing to you. How about you take the line of credit out on that house, a LOC, a line of credit out, and you buy your child a car cash, and the tenant that live in that house pay that bill back? What did you do? What? Is that serious? Can you do that? Heck yes. Heck yes. Oh, no. That coach, that's was beautiful. Yes, it was beautiful. I did that. That's how I do it. Another thing you can do, hey, coach, what else can I do with a long-term growth plan, right? Because if people want to go buy a life insurance policy, which is great, I'm with that. And I'm going to buy a lifetime policy for a lifetime, which to, what they call it, your whole life. So you get a full term to 99, but you could buy the same house when your child is born, and it still grows over time and still build equity. And what if you take a line of credit out of that house and the interest rate is at 5%, 6%, you know what I'm saying? And you lend that money out to a savvy investor like myself that says, hey, if you let me use the income you have tied up in that asset you have, your IRA, your Roth IRA, and your 401k you can borrow against, and that house that's paid almost off, and the house you live in with a whole line of credit, hey, how about you lend me 25 grand to remodel this house, and I give you back 20% on that, 20% return on your money, right? In 6 months. So the bank giving you 20% return on your money? Is the stock market giving you 20% return on your money? See how this works? You made a decision one time to buy the house at wholesale rates. Not saying you got to wholesale the property, because you can keep the property for yourself and build it up and build all the equity. Or you can flip the contract, make quick money, and then cherry pick the one that you want to get with OPM, other people money. By wholesaling properties over and over again, you can stack up some money to buy your property and work on your property and BRRRR with OPM, other people money. Guys, this one slide right here is freaking beautiful. Don't need to go through any more slides. This slide right here says it all. Why real estate? Because I can get cash flow through rental incomes. I can have tax breaks through, hey, I did some depreciation, 27 and a half per year with your tax man on rental, on depreciation of a property, right? At that rate, that's what they do. They multiply some kind of formula they do at a tax place where you get depreciation every year on your property. Because you get tax break, because if the government don't got to give homes to people, you're giving a home to someone to live in, then you're taking the government out of you're taking the hand out of government, right? You helping the government out. Now they ain't got to give out. You're doing. So you get a credit. You get some benefits. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. Long term, again, from birth to 16. Okay, you don't want to buy your child a car. From birth to 18. They want to go on a vacation. Your kid got a scholarship. They ain't got to go to college. You ain't got to pay for college. They're going to college because they got scholarships. How about you send your kids to Paris, to some beautiful place in another foreign country for a whole week, all expense paid because of their house, that rental property. I'm just trying to dress it up in many shape, form, or fashion on how, starting now, today, invest now and grow your future, right? And then behind me, investing now. Yeah, investing now, 2021. Start now and grow your future. That's what it's about. Why wait to be great? Oh, it's on this side. Why wait to be great? Invest now, grow your future. Why wait to be great is a mindset. I just gave y'all my vision of my shield, what it means. Now I'm telling you, after you got your mind right, I'm thinking the plan and path is real estate. That is one. If you can make a passive income with real estate, then guess what you can do now? You freed up a retirement strategy that you can retire, right? You can retire early, because if you do my formula that Morris Clayton taught us, Morris Clayton taught a formula that says, what does it take to be financial free? That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother presentation another day. Or you can go to Invest Now 2021 and you can search financial freedom number and all that stuff. And I think I'll pop up there some kind of way. Freedom number, financial freedom number, something like that. But as Morris Clayton taught us that skill set of coming with how many houses will it take for you to live passively and not have to work anymore. Replace your salary. That's another thing I try and tell folks. Let's come up with a strategy. Let's sit down together and let's formulate a strategy for you to replace your salary. Let's formulate a strategy so that you can have a passive cash flow. Let's formulate a strategy. Let's come up with a plan and path for you to know what tomorrow look like if you start today. Now, it take work, it take consistency, it take calling, it take not taking so many breaks, right? And that's the thing that most folks get them, right? They start taking breaks. Guys, I don't really want to go any further than this. I think this slide, I mean, it does all the justice needed. I just need to put my slide out there. Wow. Let me find my thing. Let me cut and paste this piece in there for you to know how to get my schedule, because that's the one question after I just said all I said, you should be asking, like, how do I get on your schedule? How do I learn more about this? Whoa, buddy, you just gave it all out to us for free like that. Then I know I can trust you, right? I know I like and can trust you because, hey, if you're going to be this transparent on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the other places that this is being spotlighted at, YouTube, 2 Facebook account, Twitter, and LinkedIn, I think I'm on all those different sources right now at one time, then guess what? That's who I am. I'm showing you who I am. Now, if you don't believe who I am, there's a link to my book, www.audiobookinvestnow2021.com. You can get my audiobook, buy the audiobook for $9. Listen to my story. I tell you about me from A to Z. And then I tell you about what strategies in place that you can start making money now, right? Because everybody want to learn how to make some money, make money now. And then after that, get on my schedule. Get your 15-minute free consultation where we can talk about a plan and a path for you and see if this worked for you. Guys, I am a PE teacher by trade. I am a coach by trade. I did go to school to be a teacher, all right? I love teaching, and that's one reason why I started doing this. I'm active duty military. I don't get to teach. I don't get to mentor. I don't get to coach, right? And I missed it. I coached girls basketball, middle school girls basketball for years. I've refereed, official for years. That stuff is exciting to see somebody go from this point to this point. And now I'm like, man, I miss it. I don't have time to go with, when I got work, I don't have time to go play with those kids, man. I'm tired. So, hey, how about I take out time to work with adults that want to change their lives? How about I take out time, you met your goals, why not help somebody else meet their goals? How about now I give back to the person that's hurting the most, that's getting taxed, that's going to work and underappreciated, that go to work and everybody got everything to say about you besides calling you the best thing in the world or being there for you. You get sick, they don't call and check on you. You get sick, they not worried about you. You get sick, they worried about, oh, I got to pick up your load, right? That type of stuff right there. And I went through that. I tore my Achilles tendon, right? When I was coaching, I was in middle school playing basketball at student faculty game. I literally ruptured my Achilles tendon in the game. I had 2 people check on me occasionally while I did my rehabs. I was out for 6 months. Paycheck went down to the minimum. I think they paid me like 60% of my salary. Thank God that I'm in the military. The military said, hey, you can come up here and we'll work with you. And they brought in the money that saved my family. With that money, because I was a school teacher and I'm used to not making much money at all, the military paid twice as much, if not 2 times and a half as much. I'm already used to being broke. I just took out my money and started buying education on real estate. I started paying for coaches. The Kingdom Real Estate, Dan Miro, Liana, Kobe Sperber, Clever Invest. I started paying for all this education because I said, you know what? I'd rather invest my money to all this knowledge so I can always have it at my fingertips so that when I coach others, teach others, I got such a wealth of information that if nothing else, and I just supply them with the information, they got everything they deserve, and I done spent all the money for it. I done paid it for, right? That's the mentality I had because when I was teaching school, I loved what I did. When I ruptured my ankle in the doggone game, principal didn't never check on me, not one time. The principal of the school never called me, not one time. Didn't see me no roses, no flowers, no candy, no edible arrangement. I send edible arrangements to all my soldiers that get sick at least one time on behalf of the whole section. I give the whole section credit because I want nobody in this world to feel what I felt for the 6 to 7 months I was hurt. Out, rehabbing, stitches from the back of my leg, the back of my knee, all the way down to the bottom of my feet. I have stitches. And this principal, which is supposed to be a leader for school, never checked on me. Not one time. And when he did talk to me, when you're coming back to work, that's the only thing he said to me. Do I want to go back to that? Heck no. And that's what made me say that I need to get in my business and do my business right so I will not have to work for anyone else if I don't want to. Now, that's what I chose to do, is replace my salary in the military. Not that school check. That one damn house replaced that salary for the doggone school teacher. Replace my salary for the military so I will never, ever have to work for anyone else once I get out. And I can serve happy. Because I know that this money was well invested into education so that I can help as many people as I can. I came that those that come after me be better than me. That's right out the Bible what Jesus said. I invested so that those that come and follow and work with me can be better than me because they have so much more than I had starting off. And I want you not to make the mistakes I made. I want you to be better than me so you can say that, you know what? I got this, coach. Man, I love this, coach. Hey, coach, great job. Thanks for helping. Thanks for what you're doing for me and my family. Thanks for the difference you're making in my life. Now I'm going to pay it forward and make a difference in other people's lives. Because you're making more money, you can send more kids to scholarships. You can pay for more kids to play sports. You can pay for more vacations. You can buy better rings for your wife or your husband. You can do things that people that just don't have more money can do. Not about making the money, it's about what you can do with the money when you make it. How many folks can you help? How many folks can you feed? How many people in your family can you get them out of work? Nutshell. My uncle was 60 years old, never had a nice truck. Because of this, I bought him a truck cash that he picked out. He's my maintenance man for my houses. My mom hated her job. She called me one day crying in the bathroom saying, I'm about to whoop somebody's butt out there if they say something to me. I said, Mom, walk away and I'll pay you whatever they was paying you. Because of real estate, I can do that. Because of real estate, I can do that for my mom and my uncle. And it's so much more that I've done. My son wanted to go, he turned 21, Vegas trip, paid for it through real estate. I gave my money out as a private money lender. The interest off that money is what we use to go out of the Vegas. Paid for his trip, paid for my trip, gave him some money, put in pocket. We couldn't gamble because I screwed up. He wasn't 21 years old yet. So we went a little early. But nonetheless, that paid for the hotel. They paid for the whatever thing called, the little room, whatever the thing called. All right. It paid for all that. That money from one investment gave me the money to pay for his trip, me to fly, both of us to meet there, both of us to have fun there and spend time for his 21st birthday, which I screwed up because he wasn't 21 yet, but I did it. We got to do a redo. We got to redo it, all right? Nonetheless, because of real estate, that happened. School teacher check, heck no. Military check, investment to make it happen, right? But because of real estate, I can know how to make more money ASAP. I ain't gonna find a house and wholesale it ASAP. I ain't gonna find a house and rehab it and get tax breaks ASAP. All because I know the strategies and I know who to talk to and I know how to say it and I know what to say and I know the process. And it don't come overnight, but it does come. It does come over time and action, not reading and studying. That's great. That's how you get the book sense and that's how you know how to say the terms. But action is the best lesson in the world. Guys, that's all I got for y'all. I hope this was pleasing to you. Like I said, I don't need to go through all these slides. Let me see if I got any slide about me, blah, 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 blah. So this is Fix or Blueprint. So that's the coaching program, guys. That's it in a nutshell, right? We teach you up front. You got to change your mindset. Next, you got to go find some great deals. Next, you got to learn how to analyze those deals. next you either choose to wholesale it or keep it and rehab it. I mean, this is it. Then you need money, right? Like I said, I lend money out to other investors. And if you find a product that I feel like I can partner with you on, then I would do that. If Coach Joe, he's actually a lender. He's partnered with lenders and he's got a lending company now that lends money out as well. And then we help you with the scope of work if you decide to keep it. So that is our program. We actually teach you to either wholesale contracts to make money to buy your property. Once you buy your property, you BRRRR it, you fix it up, and you build all this equity in it. Once you put an air conditioner in a house, a central air and heat that's regular like $15,000 for $7,000, you just made $7,000 because you saved $7,000. Once you put brand new hot water tanks and windows around the house for a discounted price, because you may gonna have to pay the money for the hot water tank, but the labor gonna be cheaper because they're doing it all together, then guess what happens? You save more money. When you save more money, it's worth more, right? Once you learn how to move some walls around in the house or add some walls in the house or add a bathroom in the house, you just gain more money through BRRRR, right? You building money, money just, right? So that's what we teach y'all, guys. And as you can see, I got some links in here to my YouTube channel to show y'all when I closed my first deal. That's my first deal at the table. I got the seller comments in that one. I got the interview of the seller. Here's the buyer. I'm sorry. This the buyer and this the seller. And then on closing table and everything. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. If not the future that you're afraid of, it's repeating the past that makes you anxious. Yeah, that's a true statement at the bottom, guys. The future is not what you're afraid of, it's repeating mistakes, right? And repeating the past and make you anxious. Guys, I came on live this morning to tell folks that I don't look at it. Today is Monday. So instead of looking at it as a Monday, as Motivation Monday, I said, there's no such thing as mistakes, right? Or more Monday, right? So you want more mistakes. You want to make mistakes. You learn from the experience. Mistakes are not bad. It's called experiment, right? When you experiment, you learn what didn't work. When you're in science, you have a product, you start testing all these different liquids out, you start testing all this stuff out. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, then check that out. That didn't work, then check this out. It's not about you're wrong. It didn't work until you find what works. And then what you do when you find what works, you repeat it over to make sure it works again and again and again. That's what real estate is, guys. You find out what works. And the fun part about it is the journey that you have to take and talking to all these different people, hearing no, hearing stop calling me, hey, don't text me, leave me alone. I'm like, God, get a hug. You need what the heck is wrong with you? Why are you so aggressive? All because I text you saying, hey, I see you got a rental property. Do you want to buy more? Leave me alone. Whoa. Your mom need to kiss you or give you a hug. It's not that aggressive. All I asked you was a nice question. But once you can get past all that, these people that got some mental health issues, these people that got some anxiety issues, these people that can't stand folks calling them or texting them if they don't call or text you. And if you that person, please don't be that person no more, right? Take your pills and take your medicine and calm down, right? Because somebody's trying to feed their family by doing this strategy. Somebody's trying to help some buyer out. Because some buyer is working every day, making a lot of money. They want to buy more houses and they don't have the time. So when you out here doing this wholesaler strategy, you're helping that buyer out. And when you find somebody that have a house that's got grass growed up, busted windows, notes on the windows, pre-foreclosures, they got a problem. And when you find somebody with a problem, you're going to help them out and help them out and help you out last. You're helping them, and you're helping you last. That is what you're doing as a wholesaler strategy. You're finding two people with a problem. This person don't have the time to go look for houses and find them. This person don't know you exist. Bam, they don't know you exist. Bam, they don't know you exist. You're selfish. They don't know you exist. They need you. We want you to go and help them. We want you to show everybody who you are, that you're helping people with problems so they know you exist, so you can help them. They need you to help them. They may don't need you as bad, but they do. So go out there and deal with the no's, deal with the anxious people that don't want nobody texting them, deal with the people that's just ugly for no ugly reason, deal with the people that's nice for no nice reason. And find that person that got a problem that need help getting rid of this house, this property, this land, to give to somebody that want it so that the whole neighborhood can look better. Help the neighbors that got to stay by this regular house every day because nobody's taking care of it. Help them. Help the kids as they walk down the street. They ain't got to look at that eyesore. You can look at this in so many different ways. So take your selfishness out the way and worry about people saying no and people being ugly to you and people having anxiety attacks whenever you call them and people saying you're the devil because you're calling them. I mean, it's funny. I mean, what's wrong with them? I mean, but nonetheless, help them. Get past that and help the people that need you, right? You got to go through the code to get the diamond. You got to bust through the code to get the diamond. That's what I got to think about. You got to bust through the code. You got to work hard to get to the diamond. And the diamond is there, guys. The diamond is there. And that's what I want to help you do. So my book is right there, guys. Click on that link, buy the book. It's only $8.95. If you ain't got $8.95, you should be investing in nothing. You are the broke, right? And you ain't gonna never make no money if you got $8, right? So $8.95. That's a joke, guys. I'm sorry. You ain't got $8.95. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I am sorry for you, right? But buy the book, get the email. Email gonna come to you until you get my schedule. I only ask that you try and listen to just the first 2 chapters, just the first, and they very short, right? They very short. Just listen to the first 2 chapters on there. Hear who I am, hear what I'm trying to do, so that when you're on a call, I don't hear this sad excuse that you don't know me. And that's why I started doing this. I started giving the book out for $9 so that people can hear me who I am, so they won't get on the call saying, I don't know you, I want to research you. No, you don't need to research me. I'm just a human being, just like you're a human being. I'm nobody special. I'm just a person, a nobody trying to tell somebody about everybody that can save anybody. That's who I am, right? And this real estate strategy is a way to save you from headache and bad problems, right? We want to help you with your family. We want to help you with generational wealth. We want to help you with a plan and a path to retire early if that's what you choose to do. If you continue to work, there's nothing wrong with that. If I can stay in the military forever, I would. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. These soldiers are different. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. But nonetheless, the military hasn't done me nothing wrong. All right, the military did nothing wrong. But these soldiers coming in, that's a different story, right? They did me everything wrong, son of, but not all of them. Nonetheless, other than that, I like to poke fun. Hey, Coach, you got any questions, man? You want to come on mute, man? What you got? Before I put my foot in my mouth.
Hey, well, hey, brother, hey, shoot, as soon as you open it, your foot in there. So, hey, look, hey, hey, so that's how that rolls, man. Hey, I will tell you here, man, this is what I've been doing while I was on the call listening to you. You know, willing and dealing, you know, seeking out more opportunities. And so one of the things I did is, you know, hey, I went through and I identified an actual city and first a state, then a city that basically that I felt comfortable and I wanted to invest in. Not only me as an investor, but secondly, I knew a lot of other that there's a lot of active investors there. So, Coach, while we're on this call, what I decided to do is what I call, not what I call, but what's called stacking. So, you know, I love working with the pre-foreclosure sector. So what I did is, hey, I chose a zip code in this city. And then I went to first, hey, look, I want a vacant property. All right. Number 2, I want the property to be a pre-foreclosure. All right. Number 3, I want it to be owned by an individual. Okay. Not by a business, but by an individual. Okay. Number 4, I wanted them to have tried to list this property for sale within the last 6 months. So what that tells me is that the pressure is on. They have not sold this property. So whenever I did that, I stacked these. Now, boom, it spit out, you know, one, if I want vacant only, it spit out like in the 2 zip codes, about 15 to 20 assets. If I chose, you know, occupied or vacant, boom, it spit out about 50. It spit out about 60 assets. So that tells me right there, you look at that, 60 asset properties that have tried to be sold within the last 6 months that are going through the pre-foreclosure process. So from there, now I'm able to, filter it down to those that, have high equity, because that's what we want. High equity. Then 2, we want those that, the system will tell us if it's a high equity. Then second, as we make contact, we want, me personally, I want to find those that don't want the property anymore, that just want to be done with it. Boom. I can step in, stop the foreclosure, modify that loan, sub to that deal, rent that sucker out, move on, or flip it to another buyer, whatever is, as you said earlier, so many different exit strategies. But I just wanted to let you know that's what I was working on. I'm always about willing and dealing, always about willing and dealing. So again, I'm going to repeat that one more time, Coach. So because it's all about, as you call, all about finding the pain points. It's all about the pressure points whenever you're making these calls. So you're speaking to these sellers. Some of them, hell, just give me a number. All right, boom. That's not the right one. The others that are, yes, I have been thinking about selling. Yes, I need to sell. We're targeting those that have tried to sell. So that they've already said that they need help. All right. Second, we're targeting people that are going through pre-foreclosure. So again, they're going through pre-foreclosure, some trauma, and they've said that we need help. So whenever I go in, I'm using the term target because I have to narrow it down to who do I want to actually contact, but target not in a bad way, but target as far as who can I help way, right? So you can target people as who can I help, and you can target people and who can I hurt. So in this case here, we target people as in who can we help? So pre-foreclosures, attempted to sell last 6 months, high equity, property is vacant. Those are the ones I want to reach out to first. Then secondly, those that may still be occupied. Jackpots. I mean, when I tell you some jackpots out here, man, it is some jackpots. So even if the property is listed for sale right now, they're going through a pre-foreclosure. Let me tell you what I would say right now. Coach, you answer. You answer. Hey, Coach, this is Joe. How are you today?
Oh, man, I'm tired, man. I've been working all day.
Man, I knew you were going to tell me that. You said you have the voice of a hardworking man. Hey, I was reaching out to you. I know you don't know me, so apologize for calling you out of the blue. But hey, I saw you had your property listed for sale over there on Main Street. Is that still for sale?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Because I'm in the market of actually buying. So, and I also saw that the property, that we got a little bit of time to actually sell this property before, potentially the bank steps in and we have to work with them. Is that still the case?
I'm sorry. What you mean by the bank stepping in?
Well, I actually noticed the property, was going through the pre-foreclosure process. I see that they, that they gave you a list pendants about 2 months ago.
Man, dang. You got access to information like that?
Well, I would say I do because it's public information. However, the information is there. I really just want to focus on, hey, the property is still listed for sale, and I want to be able to step in and offer, my services to be a solution. So is the property vacant right now?
Yeah, we had to leave, man. Once we got that first notice, it's like, it kept coming. And when it kept coming, I lost my job. We had to go move in with my parents.
Man, I'm sorry to hear all of that. However, I am glad that you and I are on the phone together and that you're back to working and that, hey, I'm going to be able to step in and help you. So I'm going to tell you, number one, my first priority and commitment to you is to stop this foreclosure and not let it, ruin your credit. Fair enough. That's my number one priority. All right. No.
You're going to be able to help me get my credit back up too? Man, I already beat up.
Yes, sir, I will. I can do both. Now, I don't have a magic wand, but hey, I do. I have done this several times and helped a lot of people. So I want to say that. So boom, just fast forward to here for the sake of times here. Hey, boom. So the property is vacant, is listed for sale. Hey, this is what I want to do. I want to buy the property for exactly what you owe on it. Not only that, hey, I want to close this transaction within the next 10 to 15 days. If I'm able to make that happen, would you be willing to work with me?
I'm willing to work with you. 15 days, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So here's the first thing we got to do. Done. Like that. Now, coach, you are a willing participant. Some may be, very objective, and because I use that information. Well, sir, hey, I'm not here to cause any additional commotion. I am actually here to help assist with facilitating a sale of this property. I see it's still listed for sale. I just like to know everything that I'm dealing with, like I know you do too. Whenever you're going into it. So whenever you picked up that phone, that was my commitment to you to give you all that I have to make sure that, I follow through all the way to the end on this transaction. So will you give me a fair shot? Done.
Absolutely, man.
So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And I tell you this right now, coach, I tell you every single day, boom, I got another update. I got another update. We came across a property with a seller the exact same way, pre-foreclosure, vacant property, lived out of state, just a plethora of things going on. Did not want the property. Now we're working with them. This is how amazing this is now. Guys, listen to this. We got the property under contract. They're ready to go. They've actually already deeded the property over to us via subject to. We have not recorded that deed because we said, okay, let's see if we can get a sweeter deal from the bank. So the seller's already given us the house. But now we're saying, look, let's work with the bank. Let's see if we can buy this house for less than what they owe. They owe $225,000. The property is fixed up, is worth $250,000. We actually buying it from the bank now for $115,000. Let me repeat that, for $115,000, and they owe $225,000. I got the paperwork. I can pull it up right now and show you. Now, this is where it gets sexy. The house needs a lot of repairs. A storm just came through. You know what old Coach Joe did? Coach Joe picked up the phone, called the insurance company, and boom, filed an insurance claim. Hey, I need that roof replaced. I need those new floors in the house replaced. I need the drywall replaced, and I need it painted. Now, they ain't doing the entire house, but as far as the roof, they're doing the entire roof. The floors, they're doing the floors. So they're giving us a check for work that we were going to do anyway, right? And because the seller did a sub to transaction over to me and deeded it over to me, they also gave me power of attorney to sign and endorse any checks that comes from insurance companies or taxes that's related to that property only. Personal, I can't touch, but related to that property, yes, they gave me authority to that. So now what happens? Coach, if they come in and they give us $30,000 to flip this house, right? To make these repairs, Coach, that's about a $90,000, lick if we flip it. That's about $90K, and that's net profit, not gross. Gross is about $120. So that it's because, man, you look at it, $50,000 in repairs, and they're giving you 30. Fingers crossed, they're giving you 30. You all in 145, and you put that baby on the market for 250. That's, Coach. That's what I've been doing over here, willing and dealing, looking for more opportunities like that. Then I just picked up another buyer that's looking for deals in one of the areas that I'm investing. So they have funds. They want to buy 2 properties. So for me, hey, look, I don't want to do, I like to do 2 properties at a time, in one, rolling out of another one, starting another one, things like that. So for me, it's like the perfect time for me to go in and get some wholesale transactions going. So that's what I'm working on right now, Coach. We teach these people exactly how to do these things. it's not only us that's doing them. It's a lot of other investors doing them too. It's time for you guys to learn these things too. Coach, that's it for me.
Oh, man, beautiful. Thank you for sharing all that information. It was perfect, on spot, goes along with everything I'm saying about, hey, find pain points, find somebody with a problem, and then you fix their problem. The person that's in pre-foreclosure, Coach just gave you all the steps he did. He stacks them. They already listed a house that didn't sell. They already had the letter given to them. And they want to sell the house and it's vacant and they stay out of town. It's a lot of pain points. It's a lot of problems. It's a lot of issues. And if you can't get past calling somebody and getting the phone hung up on you or somebody saying something stupid to you for a little while to get to that person that got $90,000 worth of equity that you can get, then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to a person that's just saying, hey, I can't handle somebody being mean to me or talking crazy to me,
Coach,
to get to one person.
And you really don't get that. I mean, they're either gonna hang up in your face or or not. You're gonna get more not answers than anything. More not answers than anything. More wrong numbers than anything. So the odds are still stacked in your favor. Remember, all you need is one. That example I gave you guys right there, that one right there is enough for me and Coach to work together and to eat off of for a couple of days. Cause we both got, growing families and things like that. So, it's just, it is what it is, but that's just how things are, just really how things are. So it's not even all bad, man. It can be a beautiful thing.
But Coach, I got to talk to the people out there that don't want nobody to hang up in their face. I got to say it for them so they can plant that seed in their head that, hey, this happens. All right. That's for that. But, man, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and open up, brother.
You must be talking to some women, man. Because, hey, if it's a man,
man, I ain't going there with you.
Rejected.
I ain't going there with you. I ain't going there.
I'm just saying, us fellas, man, we used to that rejection. Hey, what do we say? Say.
I ain't used to rejection. I'm scared to talk to somebody gonna say no to me. I ain't asking for a phone number, I ain't for a name. Look, unless she looking at me for a long time, you ain't getting no attention from me because you ain't saying no to me.
Look at you old scary self. Hey, look, you right there in the boat with them folks that you talking about, man. Right there with them.
Hey, that woman ain't gonna give me no 10 grand. That woman ain't gonna give me no 20 grand. That woman ain't give me no 50 grand. That woman ain't give me no 60 grand, 70 grand, 80 grand. That's a different story. Money talks. All that just, hey, for me to get your phone number and you say no, I'm like, huh? Why that cute anyway?
Man, I got a high level of tolerance. You know what I mean? A high level of tolerance. I don't exercise that tolerance outside of making these phone calls, but I have a high level of tolerance, man. Hey, it is what it is, brother, man. Let's get off this call. Hey, I hope folks signed up, got your book, getting on your calendar. So, hey, look, we can make them some money. We can make us some money. And I see Miss Tanya on the call. Miss Tanya, so here's one of the things that I want to share is like, hey, the strategy that you start with does not mean that that's going to be the strategy that you end with. As the seasons changes, as the days of the week and the months and the years, go, so does the actual strategy that you have to execute. So, but if you have a plethora of tools in your bag, you just continue to modify and adjust. So at one point, boom, we were tearing it up off of micro wholesaling a lot of transactions off of the MLS. That changed as the seasons changed. More active investors they got off their hands and they got back in the game, back in the field. So what happened? So now we had to pivot and adjust to go and start finding more off-market opportunities. So how do you do that? You do that by, this one of the ways I just shared with you, which is stacking. And you never know what the best lists are until you start putting it together. Let me say that again. You never know what the best lists are until you start putting it together. Because this list right here that I just shared with you guys tonight does not work in the area in Louisiana that we like to invest. Heck, it doesn't even work right here in Texas where I live. Not that strategy, but that is another strategy that you simply adjust to get the best leads and feeds to suit your needs. Boom, Coach Boy. Hey, I should have been a rapper, man. Hey, man, a poet or something, man. I just dropped something. Man, where's that noise? You know, where's the boom? Hey, you need the noises now, coach. You need the sound effects now, man. Hey, man, hey, I need you to rewind that back. Hey, I'm done, coach. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say.
That's all I got for you. That sound effect. All right, man. Look, anybody got any questions? Thank you, coach, so much, y'all. Anybody have any questions? You can let me go ahead and let y'all unmute. I'll take the handcuffs off. What a security thing. Y'all probably can unmute anyway. I don't know what the hell happened earlier. All right, there we go. All right, so you allowed to unmute if you want to ask any questions before we got the call. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, cool. Any questions? Anybody? I moved the screen from over here to over here now, so I can see y'all. Y'all in front. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, no questions. So listen, get on the schedule. Let's talk. Let's make it happen. And let's go from there. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great night.